Of our father, dear Antigone, and how we saw him die, hated and scorned. With his own hands had blinded his own eyes because of sins which he himself disclosed. And how his mother-wife, two names in one, knotted a rope and so destroyed herself. And last of all, upon a single day, our brothers fought each other to the death and shed upon the ground the blood that joined them. Now you and I are left.
Welcome, light of the sun, the fairest sun that has ever dawned upon thee, the city of the seven gates. At last thou art arisen, great orb of shining day, pouring light through. He brought them to our land, and like an eagle, screaming his rage in the sky, he descended upon us, with his armour about him, shining like snow.
Spear upon spear, with plumes that sway. I have proclaimed this edict. He who in his country's cause fought gloriously, and so laid down his life, shall be entombed and graced with every right that men can pay to those who die with honor. But for his brother, him called Polynicus, who came from exile to lay waste his land, to burn the temples of his native gods, to drink his kindred blood, and to enslave the rest. I have proclaimed to Thebes that none shall give him funeral honors or lament him, but leave him there, unburied, to be devoured by dogs and birds, mangled most hideously.
The body. Someone has just buried it and gone away. He sprinkled dry dust on it with all the sacred rites.
What? Buried it? What man has so defied me?
How could I tell? There was no mark of pickaxe, no sign of digging. The earth was hard and dry and undisturbed. No wagon had been there. So when the first day watchman showed it to us, we were appalled. He who had done it left no trace at all. It was not buried, but thinly covered with dust, as if by someone who had sought to avoid a curse. I am the unlucky man who drew the prize when we cast lots. Therefore I am come unwilling, and for most certain, unwelcome. No one loves the bringer of bad news.
What evil spirit is abroad?
I know her well, Antigone!
But how can I believe it? Why are you unlucky daughter of an unlucky father? What is this?
Can it be you, so mad and so defiant?
So disobedient to a king's decree? Here is the one who did the deed. This girl.
These men too would say, terror cows them into silence. A king has many a privilege. The greatest that he can do and say all that he will.
You're the only one in Thebes to think
These
it.
men think as I do, but they dare not speak.
Have you no shame not to conform with others?
Reverence a brother is no shame.
Was he no brother? He who died for Thebes.
One mother and one father gave them birth.
By honoring the traitor, you dishonor him.
Will not bear this testimony in death.
Yes! If the traitor bear the same as he.
It was a brother, not a slave who died.
He died attacking Thebes. The other saved us.
Even so, the gods of death demand these rights.
The good demand the wicked.
Who knows? In death they may be reconciled.
Death does not make an enemy a friend.
Even so, I give both love. I do not share their hatred.
Down there! To hell! Love there if love you must.
I lose you.
You lost Creon. It was Creon you cared for.
Oh, why taunt me when it does not help you?
I taught you, it is my pain.
Can I not help you, even at this late hour?
You cannot. Save your own life. Begrudge not your escape.
Alas, can I not join you in your fate?
You cannot. You chose life and I chose death.
But not without the warning that I gave you.
Some thought you wise.
Take them in at once. No more delay. Henceforward, let them stay at home like women, not roam abroad. Even the bold, you know, will sometimes seek escape, and they at last see death standing beside them.
Speaking of heaven, disaster never leaves it from generation to generation.
'Tis even as the swelling sea, when a roaring wind from Thrace drives over the water and makes it black.
I see in the house of our kings how ancient sorrows rise again.
Disaster is linked with disaster.
Woe must each generation inherit.
Some God besets, but nor will give relief.
From the last of royal blood there gleamed a shimmering light in the house of Oedipus.
But death comes once again with the blood-stained axe and the hews, the sapling down.
And frenzy lends her aid, and vengeful madness.
Thy power, Zeus, is almighty. No mortal insolence can oppose thee. Sleep, which conquers all else, cannot overcome thee. Nor can the never-wearied years, but throughout time thou art strong and ageless, in thy own Olympus, ruling in radiant splendor. For today, and all past time, and all days to come, this is the law. Here comes Haman, last born of your children.
Grieving it may be for Antigone.
Soon we shall know better than seriously tell us. Children, that they may requite their father's enemy with enmity, and honor whom their father loves to honor. What should be done to honor disobedience?
I would not have you honor criminals!
Is this girl then not a criminal?
The city with a single voice denies it.
Must I rule them by their permission?
Useless folly, this is childishness.
Am I to rule for them and not myself?
That is not government, but tyranny.
The king is lord and master of his city.
Then you better rule a desert island.
This man, it seems, is the ally of a woman.
Invincible, implacable love. Oh, love that makes havoc of all hell, that peacefully keeps his night watch on tender cheek of a maiden. The sea is no barrier, no mountainous waste to love's flight, for no one can escape love's domination. Man, no, nor immortal God. Love's prey is possessed by madness. But here comes Antigone, on the journey that all must make. Behold me, O Lord, to my native city. Now do I make my last journey. Now do I see the last sun that ever I shall behold. Never another. Death, the lulls all to sleep, takes me while I live, down to the grim shore of Acheron. No wedding day can be mine, no hymn will be raised to honor marriage of mine. to the home of the dead, while yet you are living. My father's sin, there is the source of all my anguish. Harsh fate that befell my father, harsh fate that has held fast in its grip the whole renowned race of the Lapicus. Oh, the blind madness of my father, my mother's marriage. Oh, cursed union of a son with his own mother. And such is those I draw, my own unhappy life. And now I go to dwell with them, unwedded and accursed. Oh, brother, through an evil marriage you were slain, and I live. But your dead hand destroys me. Such loyalty is a holy thing, yet none that holds authority can brook disobedience, oh my child. Your self-willed pride has been your ruin. Unwedded, unwedded and unbefriended, alone, pitilessly used. Now they drag me to death. Never again, oh thou sun in the heavens, may I look upon thy holy radiance. Such is my fate, and no one laments it. No friend is here to mourn me.
Enough of this! If tears and lamentations could stave off death, then they would go on forever.
Now I must go to join my own. Natalie, so young, death comes so cruelly. I go in sure hope that you will welcome me, Father. You, my mother, and you, my brother. When you died, it was my hands that washed and dressed you, laid you in your grave and poured the last libation. And they give me a recompense like this. And what I did, the wise will all approve. My husband dead, I might have found another son from him, had I lost a son. But since my mother and my father have both gone to the grave, there can be none henceforth that I can ever call my brother. Oh, look upon me, you princes of thieves! The last that remains of a line of kings. How savagely impious men use me! Keeping a law that is holy. There was one, in days of old, who was imprisoned in a chamber like a grave within a tower.
Who in darkness was held and never saw clear daylight.
But she too, O my child, was of an ancient line, entrusted with divine seed that had come in a shower of gold.
Mysterious, overmastering is the power of fate. From this, no wealth, no force of arms,
Nor strong encircling city walls.
no storm-tossed ship can give to.
But look, there is his wife, Eurydice. She comes from the palace. Has she heard about her son, or is she here by chance?
You citizens of Thebes! I overheard as I was standing at the gates, for I'd come to make an offering at the shrine of Pallas, and my hand was on the bar that holds the gate to jar it. Then there fell upon my ears a voice that spoke of death. I felt fell into my servant's arms and swooned away, but tell it to me once more. I can endure to listen. I am no stranger to bad news.
Dear lady, I was there. And I will tell the truth. I will not keep it back from you. Why should I gloze it over? You would hear from someone else, and I should seem a liar. The truth is always best. I went to the hill with Creon, where Polynicus' body still lay, unpitied, torn by animals. We gave it holy washing, and we prayed to Hecate and Pluto that they would restrain their anger and be merciful. Then we cut some branches and burned what little had been left, and built a mound over his ashes of his native soil. Then, to the cavern, the home of death, the bridal chamber with its bed of stone. One of us heard a cry of lamentation from that unhallowed place. He went to Creon and told him. On the wind as he came near, cries of despair were born. Creon groaned aloud. What? Are my fears come true? Of all the journeys I have made, am I to find this one the most calamitous?
Oh, my son!
Too late. Too late, you see the path of wisdom.
Alas, a bitter lesson I have learned. The god, coming with all his weight, has borne it down on me, smitten me with all his cruelty. Lead me away far from here.
That would be well if anything was well.
Briefest is best when such disaster comes.
Come, best of all days, last day of all, the day that brings death. Oh, come, thou night with no dawn.
That is for the future. Here and now are duties that fall upon those to whom they are allotted.
I prayed for death. I wish for nothing else.
Then pray no more.
From suffering that has been decreed, no man will ever find escape.
Lead me away. A rash, a misguided man whose blindness has killed a wife and a son. Oh, where can I look? What strength can I find? On me, who's fallen a doom greater than I can bear.
Of happiness, far the greatest part is wisdom, and reverence towards the gods.